This is mine right here. I just have a little, colorful background, sharing great Amazon finds. Easy peasy, nothing crazy. Um, but this is what the storefront will look like on the desktop. And so now let's learn how to view your sales and your metrics. The really fun stuff, what you're here to do, your sales. So at the top, you'll see that you have create content, edit profile, see reporting, and manage content. Those last two tabs are where you will more than likely spend most of your time. Um, so you can see how much that you have earned, and you can also take a look at your videos to see how well that they are performing. When you click on the reporting tab, this is what will pop up on your desktop. And in this top right, make sure that it normally it'll show two, sometimes three different profiles from that drop down. Make sure you are on the ONAMZ profile. It'll be like ONAMZ and your name, your public or your profile name that you put in when you were setting up your storefront profile. So make sure you're on ONAMZ. The other one, possibly other two profiles will be for an associate's account. And I will talk about that later on in the course. But you want to be on that ONAMZ so that you can see your commissions. And as you see here, it'll have a summary. You can change the date. You can look at just yesterday's money. You can change it for the month. I believe the last 7 days. You can do a custom range, but I believe it has to be within the last 90 days. I believe. I could be wrong. I usually always just keep it on yesterday because I like to check every day to see what I had made the day before. It's just easier when you look at your metrics of your videos to see what performed well the day before. So this is where you'll go to see how much you have earned. So here are the metrics I was referring to. So you have your summary at the top, and if you scroll down to the bottom of that page, it will show each individual product that sold or that was shipped the day before. You only get paid when an item ships. So naturally, Amazon doesn't normally ship on the weekends or on holidays. So sales or commission revenue for those days will more than likely be lower than, like, say on a Tuesday, because Tuesday, all the orders from the weekend were probably packaged up and shipped out. So Tuesday, they say, is relatively your higher day. Weekends and holidays will be a shorter day or a slower day. So if you scroll down to your metrics, it'll show all the products that were shipped out. It'll say how many. So in this first line, I had 4 of that specific item ship out. It made Amazon $233.96. And then I earned a total of $6.44 for that day prior. So it just gives you an itemized list of everything that was shipped out. And this list is important because if you keep seeing the same item every day that keeps selling, then more than likely you'll want to go back and look at the video for that item and try to replicate what title you used in that title for that video, or what hook you might have used to get the buyer's attention. And try to replicate what you did. Try to mimic it because obviously that video is performing pretty good. Or if you see that you're selling a lot of trash cans, for example, then go around to, your friend's house, your sister's, your mom's, your grandparents' house, schools, or businesses, and get review videos of those trash cans. And remember, they don't have to be a minute and a half long. I mean, it's hard to talk for a minute and a half about a trash can, but if you can grab their attention for 32 seconds, try to do all those silent videos and then come home and do voiceovers with CapCut. It doesn't, you don't have to overthink it. It doesn't have to be hard. But again, pay attention to this list and see what's performing really well for you. The other tab you will spend a lot of time with is manage content. And this is where it's going to show you how many views you have in the last 30 days, the average view duration, and that's where you want to keep it at least above 30 seconds because that's the magic number. They have to watch it for 30 seconds if the video is longer than 30 seconds. They have to watch it for at least 30 seconds. So you want to make sure that stays above 30. If you have a lot of shorts, a lot of short videos, which we'll talk about that later, then that can kind of come into play. But relatively speaking, always keep that at 30 seconds or more. And then average percent viewed. So on this account, it's 55% of the videos have been viewed or are viewed per 30 days. And then this other circle is an app that I recently learned about. And this app is really useful, and I'll tell you exactly why. On a product page, you have what they call carousels. So there's an upper carousel and a lower carousel. And just like the word, just like a carousel at the county fair, it goes around and around and around. Except on Amazon's carousel, it's videos that are constantly being circled around and around. So think that you're standing on just one side of that carousel. You're only going to see a certain number of horses at one time, right, on this carousel. So think of those as videos. And this thing's going around and around. So at a certain time, if that carousel stops, you only see a certain number of those horses. And say it moves again, then you see a new set of horses. It moves again, you see another new set of horses. That's how the videos circulate around on Amazon's product pages. So at any given time, there's going to be a certain set of videos that are being shown. It's not always going to be your video. You're going to have to share it with other people. And that's when you really want to start thinking about items that don't have a lot of reviews or a lot of video reviews. So if you're looking for something to review and you look at the product page and it only has two videos on it, then you're going to stay on that carousel all the time because there's only two videos. So there's nobody else to circulate around. But again, this app will tell you how many of your videos are on the upper carousel and how many are on the lower carousel at any given time that you check this. So it's for that day, pretty much. It's like real time when you log in on the desktop. This app is a Google Chrome extension, and I will tell you exactly how to download it. Okay, so downloading the Influencer Profits extension on Google Chrome. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to click on this download button right here that I've got linked to the page that you need to go to download it. Follow all the instructions, and once you get it download, this extension is an absolute game changer. So the first picture to the right of the download button, that is what you're going to see on your Manage Content tab. It's going to show you all of your published videos. It's going to tell you how many, how long people watch on average. And then those colorful boxes to the right are going to show you if that video is being placed in the upper carousel, the lower carousel, or neither or both. It gives you all that information for each individual product that you have a review on. And then this bottom box is when you actually go to the product page. So say you're interested in reviewing something, but you don't know if it's worth your time to make a review video for, you could actually click on that product on Amazon's page, and when it brings it up, it will show you all of this information. So it will show you the top carousel and the bottom. It'll tell you how many different videos of each kind are on there, whether it be an influencer video or the merchant video. And then the YV will be your video. So if it's green, it shows you that you were on the top carousel and on the bottom carousel. And then if it's red, obviously it's not on there. So one could be red, one could be green, both red, whichever is applicable to that product at that time. And I do believe that this extension is in real time. It doesn't download like once per day or anything. From what I've seen on my products, I've checked it in the morning, and then I've checked it in the evening, and it has been different. So just keep an eye on that. It's a really quick way to see how things are performing and where your videos are being placed. So definitely get this downloaded.